Hi everyone, happy Monday. I know a lot of us have the day off today. If you do have the day off, I hope you are resting, relaxing, or if you like using your days off to work on things, I hope you're able to do that. I'm so excited to be back, yay! This is my second week of doing our lives, and I'm just so happy to be here with you. And again, I always say this, it is such a blessing to be able to be in community with you and to be able to teach and serve and to give, because I've been in the wedding industry for a long time, and there's so much value that I love being able to pass down on to you all. Um, when I first started in the wedding industry, there was nothing like this. We didn't have live videos. We didn't have resources like this. We didn't have communities like this. Um, and so being able to offer what I've learned in such a way over the past 11, 12 years in the wedding industry is just so awesome to me. I just really, really, really love it. And so today I wanted to talk to you all about being confident in your prices as a wedding photographer, because a lot of the time we price ourselves and we put it out there and then we're like, ugh, this is nerve wracking, because a lot of the time we change our prices and then we don't get an automatic bite. And so we're always looking for that outside validation that our prices are going to be accepted by the market. But I think that that's only a piece of the puzzle. I think that's only a very small piece of the puzzle of determining how to price yourself. And a lot of the time, when we want to be confident in our prices, what we do is we end up adding to our arsenal. So we add extra gear, we do a website revamp, we invest in shooting and editing courses. Maybe we invest in somebody that we're working with to help us with these things. And so we feel like we like buy with the intention and the knowledge that you have to spend to earn, right? You have to spend money to make money. And that's not wrong. But a lot of the time we're just adding instead of actually going deeper. And so we add these things, we take these courses, we revamp our website, we buy equipment that sometimes we don't even know how to use. We're just like, this looks cool, I think I'm gonna buy it. We don't do our research, we don't actually know what will impact our bottom line. And then when we do that, what we're doing is we're just adding. It's just extra stuff. And at the end of the day, it really doesn't qualify you to be able to charge better and higher rates. It really does nothing for that bottom line, because it's not really a value add. You know, it's nice for you to have a nice website, but is it really a value add for your clients? It's nice for you to, have good equipment, but you should already have decent equipment, like decent enough equipment if you're shooting weddings, that adding more to it again isn't a value add for your clients. You're just looking at it, you're just adding. And also the traditional normal client isn't going to know what gear you have, isn't going to know that, if you bought a $1,500 lens, that's going to be so much more valuable to them in their photos than like an $800 lens, right? So at the end of the day, really, where's your value add? And so when we add things in, thinking that this is going to enable us to charge more, it's kind of short sighted. It's kind of like we're spending all of this money because we want it to make us more money, but that's only a very small part of the equation. Very, very, very small. And so when you focus on adding tangible things, you kind of put a band-aid over what you actually need to be looking into in your own business. Because you have to be honest, like more gear, more stuff doesn't equal more clients. It just doesn't. It's not, they're not really connected a lot of the time. Um, and so, like, does it help sometimes? Sure. But again, it's not a value add a lot of the time to your clients. It's a value add to you, but it's not something for your clients. It's not something that you can look at and tangibly say, hey, I feel confident paying or charging these rates because I know what I have, right? Because I know that I'm running a business legitimately, because I know that I'm paying my taxes, because I know that every time I get a retainer payment from somebody, I'm not just spending it right away, right? So a lot of the time we buy, and we have this tangible, almost obsession, like this obsession with tangible things, with having more stuff, with having more lenses, more gear especially. And we think that at the end of the day, that's what's really going to call in our clients. And I'm going to tell you something, the type of camera that you have will never call in your client. It just won't. You will, right? Your messaging, who you are, how you operate is going to be what calls them in. It won't ever be what type of camera that you have. It's cool that you have a better camera, a camera that you really wanted. Yes, absolutely. And will that enhance your photos? Yes, of course. But at the end of the day, when somebody wants to work with you for their wedding, it really shouldn't be, it should be that working with you is the goal, right? Your images are the cherry on top. So it's like they know that they want to work with you because you're freaking awesome. You show up as your best self every single day for them. You get back to them in a timely manner. You take really good care of them. They have an excellent client experience and they know that and they expect that from you. And so when they know that and they expect that from you, the images are just the cherry on top. You know, at the end of the day, everything comes down to feeling and emotion, and how somebody has made somebody else feel, how you have made your clients feel, is going to last so much longer in their memory than any sort of gorgeous photo that you provide to them. You know, there are so many stories that I hear and so many things that I've seen where somebody has taken gorgeous photos, delivered an excellent final product, but their client experience from beginning to end was trash, right? They didn't treat people respectfully. They didn't handle family members properly on a wedding day. You know, they didn't express excitement at working with their clients. And when you do that kind of stuff and you have a trash client experience, there's no way, literally no way, that anybody will ever refer you again. And so that's why it's important, more important, not necessarily to add, but to actually do a deep dive. So once you get to a certain point in your journey, you have to go down. And instead of adding, you need to excavate. You need to really put a magnifying glass onto your business. You need to determine, what does my client experience actually look like? What am I giving them as welcome gifts? How am I handling my taxes? Have I registered as a legitimate business? You know, are you organized? Are you easy to get a hold of? When somebody sends you an email, do you respond within 24 hours? When they text you, do you respond within 24 hours? When they interact with you on Instagram, do you reply? Some people don't, right? And a lot of the time that can be interpreted as a lack of care for another person. And in being organized, are you organized or are you flying by the seat of your pants? How easy is it for somebody to sign a contract with you? How easy is it for somebody to make an invoice payment with you? What is the ease of use here? And so there has to be, instead of adding, an excavation. There has to be an excavation in your business. There has to be a magnifying glass, because the more you add, the more you're going to have to pile out from under, right? Dig out from under that stuff because it's piled on. And so, you know, it's great, again, if you have awesome gear, but it's better if you have a better client experience. And so what I would recommend doing, if, you know, you're really tempted to look at your business and think, I need to up level. If you're feeling that draw to up level, pay attention. Your gut will never steer you wrong, ever, 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 ever. If you're paying attention and you're listening to yourself and you're knowing that it's time to up level, that does not mean that you need to buy a new lens. It does not mean that you need to buy a new computer. It does not mean that you need to buy a new planner. It doesn't mean that you need to buy anything. What it means is that you need to take a look at your business and you need to determine, where are your strong points and where are your weak points. And if you have weak points, also know that weak points aren't anything to be ashamed of. They're just growing pains. That's all they are. And so I would recommend taking a look at your business, taking a big deep dive into that, and writing down 2 lists. The first list, everything that you are 110% confident in. Are you super confident in your client experience? Are you super confident that they can sign contracts easily and quickly with you? Are you super confident that you have gorgeous welcome gifts, right? 110%. That has to be your confidence list. And then there needs to be another list of things that you know that you need to work on. And again, this is not a bad thing, right? You have to think when we're little and we go to school to learn all of the things. And is that a bad thing? No. This is just a part of it. This is a part of teaching and showing yourself the way. And you have to be willing to do that deep dive. You have to be willing to put your business under a microscope in order to get better. You have to think that when you plant seeds, they crack when they grow. And this is your cracking, right? You're expanding, you're opening up to allow new and better things to be poured in and to grow out of, right? And so you have this confidence list. You have this list of things that you are like 110% confident in. You know that you provide something excellent when somebody works with you. But then there's another list of things that you could, maybe be doing a little bit better. Maybe it's organizing your expenses. Maybe it's determining whether or not you actually need a business credit card. Maybe it's determining how to save for your taxes. Maybe it's determining how to pay your second shooters out of a particular, savings account, right? And so if you have this list of things that you know that you need to work on, the goal is to add them eventually to the confidence list, right? That's the goal. But every time that you send out your pricing and every time that you're working on your pricing, something to keep in mind and something to keep you confident is to keep that list on hand of what you know you are providing, of the excellent client experience that you're providing, of your excellent business formation, right? That people can trust you, that you have insurance, right? These are things to be confident in and to keep in mind. And then the other things that you need to focus on too are things that they just need to be focused on. You just need to learn them. That's all it is. It is nothing scary. It's just what it is, right? And that's a part of being a human being. From the time we're born, we're learning. And there's nothing to say that we should ever stop, especially as a business owner, especially as somebody working with people. And so the goal is to eventually get those things that you feel like are a little icky over to the confidence list. But in order to remain confident, you have to keep that list, if not handy, then in your mind and in your heart, to know you have things together, right? And that's why you can charge what you can charge. Your rates don't need to be dictated by another person. They need to be taking into account what you provide and also general market rates, right? Your own expenses, right? These are just things to keep in mind. And it has to become a priority to you to determine what you feel confident in and what you know you need to work on. It's going to feel a little nervy, but you got nothing to lose, right? Nothing to lose. And when you know you have this list of things and you know that your stuff is together, that desire to shortchange yourself just to get bookings in the door will go away. There becomes an ease in your business, an ease and a flow in your business when you become confident in what you provide. So I just wanted to talk to you all a little bit about that today. It's been so nice. I loved it. It's been so nice to spend time a little bit later than I've been doing before. Usually I've been coming on at noon, now it's 1. And I see so many more of you on here, so I'm so glad for that. And if you have questions about this or you have questions about working together, schedule a call with me. The link is right in my profile on Instagram. I will talk to you all later. Have a great day.